Today is the first day of hypermobility spectrum disorder and Ehlers-Danlos syndrome awareness month, the month of May, and I'm sitting here stuck in traffic, so I thought that I could share a little bit about my own personal journey with hypermobility. So I kind of have always known that I'm a little more bendy or flexible than other people. Like, I just nailed the sit and reach in school like it was nothing. I also was very active in sports, particularly swimming. I think my hypermobility really helped me excel in swimming. And I didn't really experience like symptoms of hypermobility other than just like being extra bendy. I do remember feeling like dizzy in museums or like feeling really fatigued, like as a kid, with a lot of static standing in museums mostly. And I think that I thought I had agoraphobia or something. Like, I think that was suggested to me because I didn't like museums, but it really was that my body couldn't tolerate that level of static standing. Now that I know I have dysautonomia, which is often correlating with hypermobility. The first time that I experienced symptoms, like bad symptoms of hypermobility, was actually when I was postpartum with my first child. And childbirth was so easy for me, y'all, which again, hypermobility, that makes sense that my joints can expand easier to accommodate for birthing tiny humans, but each of my labors and deliveries were quick. I didn't have an epidural and one push out, no tears, okay? Like, very straightforward, easy childbirths. And also like slightly on the premature side. But again, at that point, I didn't think that any of that was related to hypermobility. When I was postpartum with my first child, that is when things started to develop in terms of symptoms. But again, it was just like thumb pain, which, hello, like, I'm an occupational therapist. I knew sort of what to do about that, you know, so I was able to manage my thumb pain. And it wasn't until, I swear to you, I swear, I weaned my last child. And at that point, I had been pregnant or nursing for like 6 years, okay? And I did not have like a regular cycle. Like, I was not menstruating during that time. It wasn't until I had finally weaned my last child and I started getting my regular menstrual cycle back, that things went south. And that was about a year and some change ago. I started to get like body-wide fatigue and pain. Not just joint pain, although yes, my joints do hurt, but I'm talking like muscular pain and like tendon pain. I couldn't stand. Like, I remember last March, we had to leave a concert after 45 minutes of being there because I just literally could not, like, I couldn't stand. And I was like, I need to sit down, and we were like in a standing section. So it has been a process and a journey. I really do suspect that my own journey with hypermobility and the onset of my symptoms really do match up with like hormonal changes. I think more research needs to be done about that. But since that time, about a year and some change ago, I have really had to figure out and navigate like how to conserve my energy, how to make the adaptations that my body needs. And I'm still kind of learning that, although I will say that like learning about compression and like to help with my dysautonomia, because I've discovered that I have dysautonomia, a lot of dizziness when I'm standing still. When I stand up, my blood pressure goes down and my heart rate goes really high, and sometimes I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Haven't passed out, but just any body position changes. So like compression has really helped me with that. Giving myself the grace to actually just like sit down while I am cooking, like finding a stool or even sitting on the ground while I'm like chopping. Prioritizing like moving my body, especially rediscovering swimming. has been really helpful. Swimming has been like the one form of cardiovascular activity that does not significantly flare me up. I'll still experience a lot of like post-exercise increased heart rate, sometimes depending on how hard I push myself. But even that process of swimming, getting back into swimming after being done with it for like 15 years, I like dislocated 2 ribs during that time. So hopefully me sharing my story, and it's not done yet, I'm still continuing to discover the ways that hypermobility is impacting me, but hopefully sharing my story has helped you in some way, or has helped you maybe connect the dots that, hey, some of my symptoms might be related to hypermobility. Look into that, check that out, and comment below. Let me know what are some of your symptoms. I love hearing from you. I love connecting the dots that seem like they should not be correlated, but are often very much connect back to hypermobility, and it really helps others when you share your experience.